But right now, we want to welcome his friend. He was introduced to me, John I always say this wrong, Ondrasik. No, that's still wrong. I'm just going to call him Vlad. He's a singer and songwriter on Five for Fighting. He has 2 platinum albums, and he is here right now on Skype. Hi, Vlad. How are you?
How are you guys doing?
I'm fine. Andrew told me to say that. John, thank you very much for again. I think this is the 3rd year in a row that you have been with us to do this for us, and it has just been an amazing thing all the time that you've given.
Well, I'm happy to be back. I hope somebody's shaving Andrew's head as we speak. And,
I'm on it.
I wish I could be there in person. I think next year, if you guys want to double your donations, perhaps you should have Andrew in a dunk tank and charge liberals $1,000 a pitch. I think he'd make $500,000. So, and he'd do it too.
My gosh, that is a fantastic idea. We are on it now. We are ordering the dunk tank even as you speak.
How did we not think of that already?
I don't know what is wrong with us. Andrew in a dunk tank, and liberals are doing it. Awesome. Well, we are here for a very important reason, and that reason, of course, is to generate money for care packages for our troops overseas. You have been on the USO tours to Japan, to Guam, to Hawaii. Where else have you been?
Well, the most interesting trip was actually down to Gitmo, and the reason they sent me to Gitmo was because nobody wanted to go.
I know it. I know it.
And I'm glad I went down there because it was an amazing experience. You know, when you look through the gates and you see land that is not free, and you see the guard towers with the Cuban guards up there, it really puts it in perspective, and you're performing for the troops who are fighting for our freedom, for the dirt that we stand on, and for me it was very illuminating. And we see things on TV, we see other sides of the world, sometimes it seems real, sometimes it doesn't, but when you're in those situations, we're in those places, it hits home. And for me, you know, playing for the troops, traveling around, doing little projects, you know, again, it gives me a sense of reality. It reminds me every day that we are the lucky ones.
Andrew Breitbart's sitting right here. He wanted to say hi to you.
I just want to say hi, Vladimir. Good to see you.
What's up, brother? You still got your hair.
I did. Well, you don't know.
I'll shave him later. I promise. I'll shave it later.
I'm going to tell you a quick story, John, about Guantanamo Bay. I was there a few years ago, and I went to tour the facilities. And I had the opportunity to see some of the terrorists, some of the worst of the worst of the worst, who were locked away at Guantanamo Bay. And they were in a exercise yard, and as we women were instructed to put coverings over our heads, although why, I'm not sure, because obviously there are prisoners. But nevertheless, as we walked by, as the women walked by, they started this sound, and I turned, and some of the terrorists went like this, and the universal sign for slitting your throat. Oh. And that's what they wanted to do to each and every one of us as Americans. This is what we are fighting against. These kinds of individuals are the ones that are the reason why we have a combat against terrorism.
Well, I think we are fighting that, but we're also fighting insane political correctness to the extent that if there was an incident in Gitmo, the prisoner gets medical priority over our troops. That's how crazy it is down there. So not only are we facing terrorists who want to destroy our way of life, we're fighting the culture war at home, I think is equally challenging and equally important.
Well, and I always think it's so great to hear. I mean, these are rock stars, okay? Do people understand? You're a rock star. It's so great to hear that rock stars can still fit into their schedule time to go and do really important work. I find that amazing.
Yeah, well, everybody is always telling Gary Sinise and John Ondrasik like how patriotic they are, but they're also very selfish.
And humble.
Because when you're in Hollywood, it's not that fun hanging out with Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. They're just going to high-stakes poker. To hang out with the troops, they're the funny guys, they're the politically incorrect guys. And hanging out with the troops is more fun than hanging out with the Hollywood crowd, isn't it?
It's fun if you got a straight flush, Andrew.
Yeah.
A royal flush makes it a lot of fun, doesn't it?
Well, thanks, John, for joining us. We really appreciate you being so generous with your time and everything that you do. It's really spectacular.
Give us one more push here for our care package, will you?
Well, thanks, guys. You know, we'll be doing another CD for the troops this year. These go in your care packages. This year, we're doing a classic rock version. We got a Chicago song, REO Speedwagon. I appreciate what you do. Andrew, I love you. Set up the dunk tank next year. I'll be throwing the first pitch, baby.
That's awesome. Thanks, John.
Look, I've got one too. I've got it up here. Thank you very much, John. It is a great CD, and it goes into every single one of our care packages. So, I mean, not only is he's donating twice. He's donating his time and his effort and these CDs.